Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is once again the Paisa. In this video I'm going to be talking about making your keep into a defense keep. First things first, the academy. Once you open this up, go to the academy, hit the tab where it says defense. And this is the main focus right here that you're going to be going into. You're going to be maxing out everything to the best of your ability as you're growing and getting into a higher level keep. Once the defense is as high as you can get it, go over to the military and start doing the same thing. And this right here is going to increase the single ground troop attack. This one's going to increase the ground troop defense. And over to the right, the ranged troop attack and your ranged troop defense. You go further down, this is going to be for the cavalries, the mounted attack, the mounted defense, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is one thing that you also want to max out to the best of your abilities once you're becoming a keep that will be trapping. Once you get these, I would suggest medical. Medical is one thing. It's another one that you want to max out. It's going to help out in increasing your hospital capacity and increasing the speed of healing your troops or whatnot, and even the cost. That's all going to come into play. So those three will be your main focus. Also, the hospital capacity is very, very important for you to get it up as high as you can, because once you reach the capacity of wounded troops, and all your wounded obviously are going to go to the hospital, but once you reach the hospital capacity, then the rest of the troops are just going to die and you will not be able to heal them. Another important thing is, if you're becoming a trap base, you're going to want your embassy. You're going to want to increase that for the reinforcements. So right here I could get up to 5 million reinforcements. But obviously the higher your embassy is, the more reinforcement you'll be able to see. As you can see, the top reinforcement capacity next to the level. So as you're leveling up your embassy, that's how much reinforcements you're going to get. Once you reach up to the max, which is 35, you'll be able to get up to 8 million reinforcements. And obviously that's going to be the ultimate. Another important factor is going to be your traps. Is one thing that you're going to want to focus on, is getting as much traps as you can, because these are going to also do a lot of damage to your enemy that's attacking you once you start to trap your other alliances. And that's why that's another thing on your research on the defense tab, getting these to the max, because it's gonna increase their attack power and also the capacity on it, increased trap capacity. So the more traps you have, the better it's gonna be. Also the marksmanship that increases archer tower attack, you want to get that up as well. The advanced medical, again, hospital capacity. This one is gonna reduce the healing, the cost of the healing of your troops. This one increases the healing speed, so these two are gonna be good. This one's your troop upkeep, so they'll be eating less food the more troops you get, so that's very important as well. Another factor that will play into defense will be your defense general. Now on defense general, it gets kind of tricky depending on your play style. I like using Gus. I like using Gus. As you can see, he's very weak. I just got him about 2 weeks ago, so I'm still working on him a lot. I like using him because in his book, his special book, it reduces the enemy ranged troop and siege machine defense by 15 and increases my range and siege machine by 15. So just by doing this, if the enemy decides to use his range and siege machine, his defense are gonna decrease by 15%, and mine is gonna increase by 15. So this is a big plus, which is why I like using him. And you're able to actually buy him on the tavern instead of using real money and getting a token of getting one of the generals that you cannot buy on the tavern. So he is a big plus. I like using him. On the defense side, I do have the increases mounted troop attack by 25, increases the range by 25, and the last one I have increases the siege machine attack range by 200. So basically my siege machine are gonna stand back while these two are gonna be doing more of the attacks. It's gonna be on the front lines basically. And as you can see, some of the armor that I have right here, this armor also have some debuffs that's gonna help out. This one, the bow is reduces the enemy's siege machine attack by 40%. So this is a good one. Also the boots, it reduces the enemy siege machine attack by 35 and the mounted troop attack by 35. So that's very good. Refining your attributes too. This comes into play. You can see on the bottom, mounted troop defense by 18%, mounted troop defense 18.1. It's one thing that you want to work on as well. As you can see, mine sucks. Still working on it. But range troop attack 16%. That's one thing that you just want to get if you want to do more of a, let's say, range. If you want that to be like your main troops, then you gotta refine it for everything to be range attack, on your boots everything to be range defense, and that's just gonna help tremendously, which is what I'm working on right now myself. Now also what's gonna help in just increasing your defense, attack, and defense and health points will be your subordinate cities. Each subordinate city has different attributes. Like this one, the Arabia. If you go here, the buff, the Arabia has a hospital capacity. Second buff is gonna be the healing speed. If I go over to, let's say, Japan, this one's gonna have a main city attack, troop attack, and the research factory material production speed. I'm more of an attack base, so I'm more built for the attack. But if you go into I believe these are Russia's. Yep. If you go into Russia subordinate cities, you see in-city troop attack by 8%. So basically, let's say if your defending attack is, let's say, 600%, then just by getting this subordinate city is no longer going to be 600, it's going to be 608%. So it's just going to increase the attack by 8%. And same thing with the trap attack, it's going to increase it by 12%. So the more Russians you have, then the better you're going to be. Obviously, also depending on the color of the subordinate, the green is going to be, somewhat low. The blue's gonna be okay, purple's gonna be better, and gold is gonna be the best. The blue one, you can see is 6% on the city troop attack, and trap attack is 9%. So it's a little lower than the purple one. But blue, purple, or gold are the best ones. But yeah, you're gonna want all your subordinate cities to be Russians, just so you can increase your trap attack and the city troop attacks. So that's one important thing. And as you can see here, you see I have subordinate cities. I have 6. There's some people that have, I believe, it's 11 or 12. I'm not too sure on the number. Never really been that high. But you go here, you go to ranking, you go to ranking, the second tab. You're gonna see your ranking right here. You're gonna see your prestige, the weekly ranking. This right here is gonna be an important factor of how many subordinate cities you're able to carry. If you go to the night, the very first one, you're gonna see on the right middle tab, it says subordinate cities capacity +1. You go over to Baron, it's gonna be subordinate city capacity +2. So the higher you get, the extra slot of the subordinate cities you're gonna unlock. Now we're going to 4. To this one, it's gonna be all the way up to 6, which I believe that's gonna be 12 subordinate cities that you'll be able to hold as the max. So if you're able to reach this and have the full 12 subordinate cities, depending on the color of the subordinate cities, then obviously the more percentage you're gonna be getting, and the stronger your base is gonna become. Now, books on generals. This gets somewhat complicated again. It's just depending on what you want, how you're building your general. Now you just go to the academy, skill bookshops. Each book is different. There's ore gathering, mounted troop health points, stuff like that. For the defense, I'm always going with attack or for the range. Because the range, if I'm gonna do range, it's usually gonna be siege, because they have a longer range than any other troop, and it just helps out tremendously. So the skill books is just depending on the main troop that you're gonna want to use. Like I said, for me, it's gonna be archers. That's my main type. But as you can see, I kind of have somewhat of the same for archers and cavalries. I'm still working on my siege 200, and as you can see, I don't really have ground troops. Haven't really done much with ground, which I need to, but it's all gonna be a work in progress for me. Yeah, that's it. On generals for the books, the best way to do it is don't try to go straight for the highest one. Example, let's see, this one. Let's say you want to get for siege, you're gonna go back to your level 1 and you're gonna look for your siege. Okay, siege machine range bonus. So we'll click on here. It's gonna say the new skill has a 0% chance to replace one of the existing skills. Continue to learn. Yeah, it's gonna automatically be here. Now the more books you put, then the higher percentage of it to be replaced by another book is gonna go up. So then this one's gonna be the range troop attack. See, now it's a 50% chance to replace one of the existing skills. Now the gold one, it's never going to be able to be replaced, because that's the original one that's attached to that general. Okay. So you won't have to worry about that one. It's just the ones that you're actually putting into. So let's see if it works. So, yep. So that one worked perfect. And let's see if the mounted would work as well. Now it goes up to 75% chance to replace a book. Hopefully it does it. Cool. If it replaces it for whatever reason, just go back and keep doing it over and over until you get the actual books that you want. Just keep doing it until you have all 4 slots open or used. Once you do that, you go up to your highest level that you have, which mine would be 4. As you can see, level 4 siege machine range bonus, which that's exactly what I have right now. Which is level 1 siege machine range bonus. So these two are exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that one, and it's going to replace it. The new skill has a 100% chance to replace one of existing skills, obviously because there is no more room. But what's going to happen with this level 1 is going to be replaced with this level 4, because it's the exact same thing I'm going to be using. You see, it just got replaced. So now it's just a level 4. So now I'm going to go over to the other one. It's going to be a level 1 ranged troop attack. So I'm going to look for that for a level 4. And I do not have a level 4 ranged troop attack. What about a level mounted troop? Okay, here it is. You see the mounted troop attack, level 4. This one I have a level 1. So then this one, the level 1 is going to be replaced by the level 4. 100% chance, yep. As you can see, now it's been replaced by the level 4. So now the only thing I have, it's a level 1 range troop attack. But because I don't have a level 4, I'm going to go down to a level 3. See if I have that. And I do have the level 3. So level 3 range troop attack, you're going to see it right here. So this one's going to be replaced with the level 3. See, so now it's replaced. And later on in the future, once I get the level 4, then I'll go ahead and replace it with the level 3. So I'll use it that way. That's one of the best ways to do it. Like I said, sometimes it's a pain in the behind. In other words, you got to do it several times where you'll end up losing the skill books. For example, let's see if it'll happen with this one. Not sure what I'm going to use this one for, but I'm just going to do something random. I'll do subordinate just in case. So training speed, I'll put that one, and let's say gold production 50%, and see how it got replaced. The gold production, it replaced the training speed. So then I go back to training speed, try to get that again, and it got replaced by the gold production. So now we're gonna try gold production again, see if it works. Nope, it's just going back and forward now, see? So that's one thing that you're gonna end up running into. Now, one thing that I kind of played around with is just doing this. See, finally it ended up going. It's having your general to be in a higher level. If your general is in a higher level, usually it would help with putting the skill books. You might still run into that issue that I was just having right now, but let's just go on a higher level, see if it'll help out. See if I could get that 4th book in. Let's say construction. Okay, can do construction. Do the gold. And it replaced the training speed. So I'll go back to the training, and it replaced the gold, or no, the construction. So I'll go back to construction and just keep doing that until you get all of them filled up. Once you do that, once again, go to your highest one. You see gold production. You're gonna want to do that just to replace the level 4. You're gonna want to replace the level 1 with the level 4. So I just click right here, and it replaces it with the level 4, and so on and so forth. So that's one way to go with the skill books and having your general get all the skill books filled. Another important factor would be your cultivate. You want to cultivate your general all the way to 500, as close as 500 as possible. Okay, now when you're cultivating, you got to make sure that you have more green than red. For example, this one, the green equals 3 minus the 1 red, so obviously this is going to be a plus, so this is going to be good. So I'll go ahead and do that. Eventually, once you max that out, it's going to look somewhat like this, where it's closer to the 500. That's how it's going to be maxing it out. Once it starts getting harder and harder to max out for the green, then you're gonna have to spend gems no matter what. The best way to do it is once you get to that point where it says cultivate times 10, 400 gems, click on that. You want to do a total increase. You don't want to focus on any of these specifically. You just want to do a total increase because you want to increase each and every attribute as much as possible. So you do that, cultivate times 10, and you're gonna see right here that I have a plus on 8. With 5, obviously the green 8 is more than the 5, so I'm gonna go ahead and confirm, and that's gonna be a win for me. So you want to do that a couple times, try to increase it as much as possible. Just keep doing that a few times every day, and with time it's just gonna increase and make your general stronger on that point. That is it for now that I have. If you have any other questions or comments, just go ahead and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.